Welcome back. This is Shankar, your instructor for Statistics for Business 1. As we dive deeper into the subject, I want to make sure that you are not overloaded. So we'll cover just a few concepts in each segment. We have just downloaded a data set that contains tourism receipts for countries across the world. Let's remind you of that website. It's the World Bank website, as you see. In this segment, we'll go over some of the steps that one has to undertake. Along the way, we'll make use of some helpful spreadsheet functions. One of my favorites, VLOOKUP. What we have here are three tabs. One tab for the data and two metadata tabs. That's data about data. Now the first metadata tab contains information about the countries. Here's the name of the country code and the region it belongs to, the income group and some special notes. That was the first metadata tab. In our second metadata tab, we have information about this particular indicator. It's always a good practice to keep the original data untouched. So I click on Move or Copy, right click of course, and I'm going to create a copy and move it to the end. Alright, I now have a new tab which I'm going to call Analysis. Now let's scroll down this Analysis tab. You see that? They start at 1995 and go all the way up to 2012. That's 18 years and not 17. Can you see why?
What? But 2012 minus 1995 is equal to 17.
What if there's only one column, Lisa?
Easy. 1995 minus 1995 is equal to 0. Oh, now I get it.
Did you get that? So you have to add 1 to the beginning row or beginning column. Now let's go ahead and open up the countries tab. Let's focus on the region column over here. Now if I were to look at it, there are some blank entries here. Blanks always interest me. Let's go ahead and examine this particular blank. It belongs to an aggregate. That's not a country. Let's get back. It belongs to Arab world, which is a country as far as this specification goes, but it's not geographically one country. For now, we'll only examine countries. So here is decision number 1. Eliminate rows that do not pertain to a country. But this is tricky, right?
Yep. The region information is somewhere else.
Yeah. That's what is going through my mind as well. Right now, we want to bring the region information from the countries tab across to the analysis tab. Now we'll have to do this carefully so the regions don't get mixed up. One way is to copy the region column from the countries tab and insert it into the analysis tab.
Oh sure. Copy paste is easy for me.
I can read your mind, Lisa, but this is risky. Can you guess why? We know that both of the tabs have a country code column. Wouldn't it be great if we could match a country with its region? Let me go ahead and create a column for the region. So I insert and I'll call it region. Next, we'll use a clever spreadsheet function called VLOOKUP. Now this is a complex function with 4 arguments. Arguments are information that we must supply. Notice how when I type VLOOKUP, it already gives me a hint as to what those 4 arguments are. So my first piece of information is the country code. And what do I need the VLOOKUP to give me? What region it belongs to. That's as simple as that. So I go over to my metadata countries tab and I say, where is my region against my country code? It's over here. I will scroll all the way to the bottom and collect all of that information into one frame. Yes, I have indicated that frame as B1 through C248. Now this frame has to be kept constant for all of our VLOOKUPs. I do that by attaching dollar signs at the appropriate locations. Watch me do that. So this is $B, $1 through $C, $248. And it is asking me for a column index number. There are two columns in my frame. I would like the second column, which contains region information, to appear magically against that region entry. So I will say this is my second column, and of course my range lookup has to be false. When I do that, I have Aruba belonging to Latin America and Caribbean. Definitely, right? Now I have done this for one country. How about the rest of the countries? Shall we see? The way I will do that is by highlighting this one cell, and because all of this data has been kept constant with dollar signs, I can apply the same function across this column. Get to the bottom right, and where the cursor becomes a plus, I will just go ahead and double click it. Aha! What do I see here? Let me double check. I have Argentina belonging to Latin America and the Caribbean. I have American Samoa belonging to East Asia and Pacific. I have Belgium belonging to Europe and Central Asia. That is beginning to sound right.